So, I wanted to kind of apologize to you guys for one thing about my body dysmorphia and my slight obsession with my week to week weigh ins and things like that. A couple of my videos were flagged as self harming behavior, which I did not see at the time, over my obsession with the numbers and the scale and all this stuff. And I can see now that it was a bit unhealthy, even though I was trying to lose weight because of prediabetes and trying to manage body dysmorphia and anorexia nervosa rearing its head over the course of the last 3 to 4 years. Like, it never became a full blown disorder again, but I still had quite a lot of inability to eat when hungry, or forcing myself not to eat when hungry, or just little flare-ups from time to time. I mean, once you've been anorexic once, it has a tendency to stick with you for a lifetime. And that was when I was 14 years old. I'm 34 now, so a whole 20 years ago, and I'm still struggling with the residuals of it. It messed up my metabolism. It messed up my body's ability to store weight. So it's very vicious when it comes to letting go of weight. It's very hyper vigilant with now in adult life, with letting go of weight, with diet and exercise and eating healthy and working out regularly. It's messed up my system a whole lot, having gone through such a long period of starvation, and it's put my system out of whack. So that, combined with lifelong body dysmorphia until I can get into therapy for it, I've essentially have developed a lot of unhealthy behaviors around my body and my body type. So I wanted to make this video as a form of transparency to show you just what I'm looking like right now. I am a mid-sized girl. I may look a bit bigger up here than, because this mirror always makes me look bigger than I do at Ruby's house or at the group home mirrors. Like, this is a size medium top. I have big breasts, I have a big butt, and my gut's not as big as it looks in this mirror, but that's not the point. The point I wanted to make is that this is a real body of a real woman who has been through weight gain from antipsychotics, mood stabilizers, antidepressants. I was at a group home where essentially we were fed nothing but carbs for 7 months straight, for 3 meals a day, nothing but high carb, high sugar. I went from a fit, muscular 150 pounds to 210 pounds. And right now I'm sitting at roughly 184 pounds. So I lost a lot of weight cutting sugar out of my diet and getting on Topamax in the last couple of months. But my weight has not changed in the last couple of months. So I'm still between 179 and 184 from where I lost the 30 pounds last year cutting sugar out of my diet. But I just wanted to say that this year I'm focusing on loving myself in the body that I'm in, because I want to love myself through the whole journey. I don't want to only love myself at a certain weight on the scale. I don't only want to love myself in a certain shirt size or certain pant size. I think it's a good time to focus on possibly training myself out of that body dysmorphia by giving myself the self-love that I deserve. Because bodies come in all shapes and sizes. And, if you don't love yourself at the weight that you're in, how can you expect someone else to love you at the weight that you're in? And the funniest part about it is, it's not that it's all about what men think about you or anything like that. But in my experience, I've found that I've gotten equal amounts of attention, if not more, at this weight than I did when I was 130 pounds. Like, men, they're like, you have a very curvy shape. I absolutely love the way you look. And I thought they were just saying that to get in my pants. But even people who have not pursued me sexually say the same thing. They're like, I love your body type. And they're like, and they don't just offer that. Like, because I have body dysmorphia, I do have the bad habit of asking people, like my close friends that I had when I was at the group home, Like, how do I look? Do I look too bad? Because I had been gaining weight while I was at the group home, and I was self-conscious, so I would ask them, like, do a body check. Like, how do I look? Like, does my stomach look too big? Or, like, do I look too big at the size? And they would constantly would tell me, like, I love the way you look at this size. Like, you look fine. You look good. And, I didn't believe them. But now, looking back, like, I've looked through some of my pictures where I'm on the side profile that I have on, like, TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. And I can see my shape a lot better. Where I'm like, I have full breast, full butt. My stomach is a little bit round. But in the certain outfits that aren't too form-fitting, but aren't too oversized either, I have a very curvy shape. And I'm like, so I can see why they would appreciate it. But that's not really the message that I want to send. It's not about necessarily... The message I'm trying to send is to love yourself in the body that you're in. So find things about yourself that you love and appreciate. For me, I would have to focus on the fact that I'm curvy to counterbalance the fact that I have a little bit of a curve to my stomach. Because my stomach is what is most distorted with my body dysmorphia. Like, it literally gets bigger the longer I look at it. Like, it literally gets bigger the longer I look at it. So I have a hard time determining how big I look from the side. And mirrors can be tricky too, because this mirror is genuinely a warped mirror. And it's a warped mirror. So even on the cameras, when I record on my phone, it's going to show you a warped image. Like, I don't know how many of you remember the camera from the group home. When I would walk across it, I would literally get big and then get smaller the closer I got to the edge of the mirror. It was another warped mirror. And I didn't realize it was warped until I made that video walking across it and saw my image actually fluctuate in the camera. So this one is warped too, because when I was all I'm saying is you guys aren't seeing me the way I look for real, because when I was at the group home last week and looked in the mirror there, my stomach is a lot smaller. It looks a lot closer to 179 picture than it looks in this mirror. It looks a lot closer to 195. And so looking in a mirror that's warped every day, on top of body dysmorphia, warps your imagery even more. And so I'm trying to learn how to love myself the way I am. Even if I were as big as I look in this mirror, I want to learn to love what I see. So rather than tossing this mirror out and getting a mirror that's more accurate, which may be smarter to do, I would still like to learn how to love what I see in front of me, because there's no telling if my insurance no longer covers the antipsychotics that I'm on, and I have to get on a medication that does make me gain weight just to stay mentally sane and stable, that I don't have to learn to love myself in a bigger body if I can't manage to get the weight off. So I would like to go through and do the work of learning how to love myself the way that I am, rather than constantly criticizing myself and putting myself down for something as simple as having a little bit of a gut. Like, that's a little ridiculous. At the end of the day, I'm a whole human. I'm a beautiful human, especially on the inside. Like, one of the most sweetest, kind-hearted people you would ever meet. And to let something like a gut make me feel awful about myself on a daily basis is ridiculous. So I'm going to put in the work from now on. And I just want to share the message that this is a real human body. It's chubby. It's wide. It's got a big butt. I got a little bit of a double chin going on. And this has been here for quite some time now. But at the end of the day, who you are on the inside always will matter more than who you are on the outside. So as long as that's squared away, like, don't let your outsides determine how you're going to feel about yourself on a certain day, because it really shouldn't matter. I mean, I'm not saying don't take care of your health and don't eat clean and don't work towards having a healthy body. But if you know you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing and you're simply not seeing the results, like, I'm eating clean, I'm like 85, 90, I'm like 90 to 95% clean diet every single day. And I work out an hour or longer every single day. And it's been 4 months of doing this, and my weight is still at 184 pounds. So they say ChatGPT is telling me that with antipsychotics, a history of anorexia nervosa, and fibromyalgia, your body is very resistant to losing weight. And it makes it like twice as hard for us to lose weight. If you have any one of those disorders, it makes it twice as hard for you to lose weight. But when you've had a history of all three and you're currently battling all three, it makes it twice as hard to lose weight. So it's a very slow process. It takes, what might take 3 months, 4 months, where I should be in the 170s, the low 170s right now. I'm at the exact same weight as when I started 4 months ago. So it takes 8 months for me to see the results that it would take 4 months for a normal person's healthy body. And so knowing that is helping a little bit with the situation. But at the same time, if you know you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your mental health, taking care of your diet, you're doing everything you can, and there's nothing going to change. The only thing you can change is how you feel about yourself. And I finally hit that point where I would like to take care of how I feel about myself physically, because I'm doing everything that I can. And if you know you're doing that, then why beat yourself up if nothing's changing? You'll just feel like shit all the time. So I just want to put that message out there to love yourself in the skin you're in. And I will not be doing all these measurement videos and weight update videos, and I'm just gonna keep it simple. I might do a final reveal when I get down to 160, 150, 145, when I get to the weight that I need to be at for my abs to show. But until then, it's not going to be a whole bunch of weight updates and things like that. I need to step back from that, try to work on my body dysmorphia, and really mold my mind into a healthier place. So I apologize for the obsession in on my last channel. I just was freaking out a lot. Body dysmorphia will make you freak out a lot if what you see and what you know are not matching up with each other. Especially when I look in one mirror, I look great. The next mirror, I look terrible. The third mirror, I look even worse. And then the longer I look at either mirror, it gets worse and worse. So I apologize for that, but I just wanted to say I will be working on all of that. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.